Alrighty, friends. Good evening.
Hello.
How are we doing? Can you hear me?
Of course I can.
Excellent.
Hello. Welcome to midday at Saturday at the Big O.
Is it midday? Is it evening? I don't know what time it is anymore. I've been inside this building since about 9:30 this morning.
And it could be
So-
literally any time at all, but it's actually 6:30 in the evening.
It could be like Tuesday at this
Sure.
point.
But
Who
you know
knows?
what? It's a Tuesday full of roller derby, so I'll take that Tuesday. So, hello everyone. I am Mamie Theisenhower. I am here with,
Oh, I'm Loose Change.
hey.
I was just looking and seeing what was going on.
Yeah, because we've got Evil Dead from Edmonton, Alberta, here with Sacramento Roller Derby Capital MaulStars. And thrilled to have these two teams playing with us today.
So, timeout already being taken. There was a little bit of kerfluffling going on, but this gives us a great opportunity to let's just chat real quick about these two teams.
Heck
So,
yeah.
you know what, Mimi, go
Yeah.
ahead. Tell us about Sacramento.
I would love to tell you about Sacramento. Sacramento, rolling with us today, number 0618 Pink Floyd, 1006 Naylor Swift, 108 Namaste, 117 She-Ra, 124 Crystal, 1492 Conquistadorable, 17 Rhodes Warrior, 18 Body, 1985 Con Artist, 451 Shock and Auburn, 58 Blushy Lushy, 606 Ariella Twister, 67 Rose Villain, 911 Engine, and 970 Narnar Jinx.
I feel like Narnar Jinx's name is horribly appropriate due to the fact that it is May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Or if you're into music, 5/4 is Dave Brubeck Day. Hey-o.
Well, I learned something new every time I have the opportunity to announce with you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's what I'm here for.
So I have the honor of introducing the Evil Dead. They are coming to us all the way from Edmonton, Canada. Skating for the Evil Dead is number 12 Scarstruck, 1349 Razor, 19 Demented, 2 Breaking Babs, 21 Belle Rebel, 24 Shania Payne, 2931. I promise I know numbers. Taz, 333 is Tough Love, 34 Austin Schmashoes, 45 Ridiculous, 47 Natty Dread, 66 Cat Von Doom, 68 Raz, 695 Clumsy Lover, and 8 is Tron.
And we have a Sacramento in white taking the lead. That was Body, number 18. And E-Ville came in fast and furious to call off that jammer, force a call off from Sacramento.
Force a call off indeed. That very first jam, 4 points went up for E-Ville. They were held scoreless, but Sacramento said, hey, we're going to get 3.
And so they did, and so it shall be.
So this is going to be a really good game. These are very too closely
Ranked?
Thank you. My
Sure.
brain just stopped.
It's been a long day of Derby, everyone.
47.
And they are 43 and 47. 43 is Sacramento, 47 is E-Ville. And I gotta say, both of them have been playing roll hard and roll good here at the Big O. If you haven't had the opportunity to look at the WFTDA.TV stream, take a look at it because there's amazing derby out there, including both of these teams playing Sailor City and Edmonton playing Jet and Sacramento playing Boston. Amazing games.
Amazing. We'll come back to that in a second. Demented with the lead jammer for Evil Dead, picking up a total of 7 points. That jam, Sacramento held scoreless.
And that brings Evil Dead up just a little bit further.
So we had earlier you had mentioned that they both played Sailor City. Sailor City is ranked 37. So Sailor City's above both of these teams.
Yes.
And they won. Both when Sacramento and E-Ville played.
Sailor City, and they both won. Tremendous. So what we're seeing here is these two teams that are both on the upward trajectory, and even though it is nearing the end of the day on the second day of this tournament, you can see it's as if they all have got like plenty of rest, plenty of fight still in them. They're just ready to take it higher. And I definitely know, since I'm from the Bay Area in California, I've seen the Sacramento team come up a lot. They conjoined.
Nice.
Yeah, they
Excellent.
conjoined a couple years ago. It was Sac City Rollers and Sacred City,
Oh, okay.
and they blended together and
Nice.
became one. And you can
Awesome.
see the advantage to that as Body takes the track one more time. And look at all of that energy to Body's jamming. There is a combination of dexterity and force that brings Body forward as a jammer to just push that pack forward. And now we're getting a faster run. What a good block we're seeing right there from Sacramento.
Oh, gosh. And Austin Smash Use with a star. Recycled to the back. Body. Oh, looks like, yes, Body clears that pack, picks up that lead status.
And that blocker I was talking about before is number 1985, Con Artist for Sacramento. Sometimes I can't quite see the jersey till they come closer to me.
You know, we only have two eyes, and unfortunately there's a lot of numbers and a lot of fast things going on, so we're going to do our best.
All we can ask for.
Indeed. Sacramento asking for 4 points, putting those on the board in that last jam. So with that, we're down to just I feel like this is going to be a tight game the whole entire time.
Oh, I hope
7
so.
to 11. Right now it's a 4-point game. We're just about 5 minutes in. We're rolling into jam number 6.
Mm-hmm. The suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts.
I don't have any more nails to chew off because I feel like I'm going to need them.
And this is an E-Ville lead. And that is also the loss of an E-Ville blocker going out from the outside. That is black number 12, Scarstruck.
So Taz and Namaste out there with the stars. That was 4 points there for the E-Ville Dead.
And really clear jam reffing signaling from PK Biddy.
Looks like Tough Lover was, is that, no. Yes, Tough Love, excuse me. Tough Love number 333 from the E-Ville Dead, joining the penalty box.
So that gives a strong advantage to Sacramento at right about the right time when they need it.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little over 50% behind. So Ariella Twister coming around, taking the lead, leaps through the center. Oh man, E-Ville really tried to set up a very strong 2-all. And boy, Ariella just skated on by using the centrifugal force of number 47, Natty Dread, to just skate fast around.
So that was we've seen a total of 8 points. So we are at a tie game, and guess what? Here we have lead change.
Sacramento taking it up. Ariella Twister coming in so fast. And what I'm loving about the skater's style is the ability to go from high to low. The speed and the force along with the agility there.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. Like when you start talking, an object in motion remains in motion.
Yeah.
The fact that these skaters have that ability to be like, yep, I'm going to go from 0 to 60 back to 0.
Oh yeah.
Is just like poof, mind.
It's tremendous. And we saw Ariella get real low a couple of times. Just physically duck under the people who are trying to block her. And I love to watch that. And that block was great. Look at that pivot from E-Ville.
Shania Payne picking up lead status. Body back out there as well with the star stuck at the top of that pack up against that tripod of E-Ville blockers.
And that's the team name, not an adjective.
This is true. It is E-Ville. but as a zombie aficionado, I'm quite pleased that their name is Evil Dead. So,
Absolutely. And one more lead change as another 4 points brings the E-Ville Dead up to 27-23, and this jam isn't even over.
all right, I'm going to start keeping track of the lead changes
Heck yeah,
now
that's
because
right.
I feel like there's going to be a lot.
Yes. And a little bit of a sigh of exhaustion there from Narnar Jinx of Sacramento as there has been a star pass. Narnar's the pivot, had to get out and did, and is in fact in front. But I do enjoy that Shania Payne has decided not to call the jam, instead has decided to get more points in the certainty that the evil wall will keep Nar back. And so far, so true. Lots of help from number 18 and 67 from Sacramento. That's Bawdy, number 18, and Rose Villain from number 67.
And Shania Payne picking up another 4. That is 24 points for Shania Payne. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a great jam for Evil.
That was wonderful. I'm so excited. I'm really interested to see if they're going to continue just like getting all of the points, letting it drag out as long as they want it to. I feel like there's been so many games where it's been the hit it and quit it, get your points and call it off.
Yeah.
So I'm loving to see this a little bit of change up.
Well, that shows so much confidence in your defense, honestly. You see this team saying, you know what, even if I give up 4, which they did in that jam,
Yeah.
if I pick up 24, worth
That
it.
is still a net of 20 points.
And in a rare penalty for this game, we're seeing a very clean game. A forearm penalty is taking out Sacramento's number 451, Shock and Auburn. And so
Namaste picking up that lead status. No points awarded, called it because the Evil Jammer was right there on her heels.
And honestly, could have potentially passed. And given the strength of the walls that we've seen with Evil so far, could have very much scored.
Oh, yeah.
And done an opposite shutout of, I'm not the lead jammer, but I got all the points.
Exactly.
Last thing anyone wants. I mean, except if you're not the lead jammer.
Right. Unless you're the Evil Jammer, then that's exactly what you want.
Of course, because mwahaha.
Taz and Ariella Twister out there.
That was one hard hit, just flipping Sacramento's jammer Ariella Twister to the ground.
Oh my goodness. So here we go. So
Here we go.
Ariella Twister just picked up lead, and Taz, the jammer for Evil, is in the penalty box. So if I was Ariella Twister, this is exactly what I want to see.
If I was Ariella Twister, I would be so happy every day and just be like, oh my God, I'm Ariella Twister. Life is so beautiful.
It sounds like you kind of have a little derby crush on Ariella Twister.
I mean, seriously, if I'm honest, I have a derby crush on everyone.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah. So yeah. Who's on the track? Derby crushing.
Yep.
So
yeah. You know, there's like man crush Monday and woman crush Wednesday. There needs to be a D week, so it can day of the week, so it can be a derby crush day.
It's any day with D in it.
Any day that ends in a Y.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It's derby crush every day. And down go the derby players.
So we've got Pink Floyd out there for Sacramento. Taz has been released from that penalty box, but Pink Floyd's got that lead jammer. I'm seeing a track cut penalty being called, and it looks like that's on Taz again.
It is. Taz goes back to the box. Pink Floyd remains in the lead after a bit of a scuffle over there at turn 2. Coming to get into that scuffle again, getting some offensive help from 124. I'm laughing because I don't know, Luce, if you saw that. The pivot just kind of went, I'm pushing you through this wall.
Just go where I put you.
Yeah, and you know what? Do it. That works. that person was the pivot number 970, Narnar Jenks. Narnar's been around for quite some time on the Derby track and does not have time for your nonsense.
None indeed.
No.
So that was 7 points Sacramento picked up. We are currently looking at a 6-point difference.
That's not very many points.
That is not very many points.
No. And we're seeing Taz versus Ariella Twister one more time. Taz, of course, locked in the box, just now released. So that has been a jam and a half without an E-Ville jammer on the track. And here comes Ariella Twister to the outside one more time, scooting down. Oh, so close. But in avoiding that pivot, had to get to the outside, even without being hit.
You know, there's a song that talks about low, low, low.
Yeah.
I think maybe they need to talk to Ariella Twister.
Yes, because Ariella gets low, 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 and there was a forearm penalty, and that took out the jammer one more time. Taz,
So
if Taz keeps this out, we may see a foul out in the first half.
that is currently, we are 12 jams in, and that is 3 jams in a row.
Yeah,
That
in which
the
Taz,
E-Ville jammer has been in the penalty box.
and it's been the same E-Ville jammer. It has been Taz, and that last penalty was a forearm. And I think at this point, and I'm just assuming, I'm just playing couch psychologist.
Exactly. We make sweeping generalizations like there's no tomorrow.
My sweeping generalization of the moment is I'm assuming that Taz is frustrated and angry at herself, frankly, as I would be in a similar situation.
Precisely. I mean, I put myself in that, and I would be beating myself up internally and going, why am I even a jammer? What am I doing?
I'd be furious at the fate of the world and shaking my fist at the sky.
Exactly.
And at that point, you start making more mistakes. And I really see that with Taz. And also, there was a real scrum up there in which if you just trip, you can become a penalty even when it's not intentional, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you're a penalty, you're a penalty.
Yeah.
And
the key is going to be can the jammers keep themselves in point scoring eligibility?
And that's the question. Right now, E-Ville has lost so much ground from the lack of that eligibility.
Yep.
And now Pink Floyd has taken that with a back block. Pink Floyd coming in a little bit too strong, releasing Taz from the box. And there is no lead jammer. Lead jam is still open.
So Taz has the opportunity. So Sacramento picked up 4 points in that last jam. So we are back to a 2-point jam. And like you were talking about, Taz with that availability for lead jammer makes it through, makes that initial pass legally, and is lead for this jam number 13.
And you can see that Taz, while being very precise here and getting through with that precision, is being a little less aggressive. And you know what? Good. Because at this point, the last thing you need is to go back in the box and be jamming 4 jams in a row.
Indeed.
There was another jam called right where Taz was, and I just ate. My heart was in my throat, and I didn't want to say anything. And it wasn't her. I'm so happy to say. And we all breathe a sigh of release as everyone goes back to the bench and thinks about what to do next.
No, so I think that was actually the other track whistle that we had heard.
See, you know what?
That's one of the problems with having so much roller derby and so many tracks and so many whistles.
It's true. But you know what? I'm going to tell you who brings you all of this derby all of this tournament. We are sponsored by Derby Warehouse.
Ooh.
So visit derbywarehouse.com for all of your derby gear needs with free shipping and free returns, which means that you can treat this as your local derby shop.
Indeed.
And really get the things that work for you without worrying about it. So visit derbywarehouse.com. And now we come back with Demented, first time as a jammer, and Ariella Twister, certainly not the first time as a jammer for Sacramento. Ariella just bursting forth, a fast pack coming through. and a track cut for Demented. So again, E-Ville is really harming themselves with these jammer penalties.
I mean, yeah, it's...
Well, I mean, look at the score, and we're going to see if Sacramento gained any points on that. Indeed, they gained 4. So it's 45 to 55. Imagine if E-Ville had not gotten that series of jammer penalties. They would be eating the world.
I mean, I think we would honestly, at this point, we would be seeing a 60-point differential if it wasn't for those 4 jams.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, Evil's been very successful when they're out there picking up the points, getting the lead, being able to shut down the other jammer.
Yeah, their blockers are highly skilled and really good. Their teamwork is tremendous. Although, I want to give a shout out to Sacramento number 124, Crystal. Wide open, just opening up that inside line for Namaste to come through.
Yes. And Namaste not only making it through on that initial, picking up some points already.
And just with E-Ville paying attention to their briefly fallen compatriot, Namaste was able to say, I'm not here, you guys, don't mind me.
Yep.
Just glide on through.
So, Demented returns to the penalty box. So this is, in total, the 5th jammer penalty
in a row for these jams.
Yes, and we are sitting at 11 minutes left in this first half.
And we have not seen a jam without E-Ville in the box for now. It's five penalties, 4 jams, if I'm recalling correctly. I don't have this written down. I'm sorry, everyone.
You know, we don't. But yeah, so I mean, 4 or 5, something along those lines. We're currently on an official timeout, but we are at a 1-point game.
And it would be so different if E-Ville were fully on the track with their jam. They're fully on the track with their blockers. And we are not seeing, this is a very low penalty game in general.
It is.
And honestly, that's what makes it so much more remarkable to see those jammers go into the box, because they seem to be the only ones attending that party.
I mean, it kind of makes me wonder, like, are the penalty box people giving out cookies?
If they are, I'm totally going to visit them.
I mean, I would go to the penalty box for a cookie, too.
I'll take a cutting the track penalty. No harm.
I mean, maybe they're handing out other things as well. Who knows?
It is Oregon.
Exactly. So, Demented out of the box. We had a little bit of a jammer loop-de-loop because Namaste was in the penalty box for Sacramento.
And Con Artist just went in for a multiplayer block.
So we've got Demented out there for E-Ville with that lead jammer, top of the pack there, working, trying to get past those last 3 blockers. And pass she does. But, oh my goodness, at the very, just right outside your screen, you couldn't see it, hit to the outside, and Demented has to be recycled to the back of the pack again. Oh my goodness, these jammers are just getting a workout.
And that's 4 more points.
That is 4 hard-fought and well-deserved points.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? We told you who our the skaters were. Let me tell you who the officials are today.
I love to learn about the officials.
So today we've got Pika Bambulance, PK Biddy, Il Presidente, Jean-Philippe Aman, X-Ray Ted, Dylan, Snarkomedia Sister Violence, and Snapdragon Masquerade, Queen of Catitude, Minority Whip, I love that name, Heads Roll Roll, Toad, Hi Toad, and Garum Browncoat. And those are your officials making this game happen. And you can see Il Presidente, jam ref for Sacramento right now. Ariella Twister spinning around. shutting out E-Ville and getting the horns in the air, which means 2 points.
2 points indeed. So we've cleared the 10-minute mark. We've got only 9 minutes left in this first half. E-Ville's sitting at 59. Sacramento's 56. I'm gonna need oxygen.
You're gonna be okay.
Are you sure? I
We're
might
all
need you to
gonna
hold.
be okay.
I might need you to hold my hand. Are you on board for that?
I'm on board for that. I
Okay,
I
good.
can do anything. It's cool. I can do it for you because you're here next to me.
Aw.
Yeah. And off we go. We've got Austin Smash Shoes, a first-time jammer for Evil Dead for this game, up against Body from Sacramento. And both jammers are having a little bit of trouble getting out. Body is just going up against every member of that wall, all but one, number 45, Ridiculous from Edmonton. Ridiculous doing some good offense and even causing, I'm not sure, I think that was a multiplayer, bringing Sacramento's pivot con artist back into the penalty box.
I think that was a forearm if I saw it.
Oh, thank you.
Correctly.
Yes.
I'm not totally sure. It was sort of.
I'll take your word over mine, honestly.
You're not going to want to do that, but okay.
and we had a really sweet chase of Sacramento, which they were not in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Chasing in front of E-Ville. That skater trying to get in front, seeing if points could be scored there, then deciding as the pack approached, yeah, this isn't going to happen. Let's try next time.
So, and, heads up, y'all, if you are hashtagging, if you're tweeting, if you're doing it for the gram, whatever you call it, use hashtag Big O 2019 in all your tournament posts this weekend. And if you're on the Twitter derbies and you want to yell at me about what's going on here, you can at me at Find Loose Change and...
Sweet.
Yeah.
I am not on the Tweety, but I appreciate seeing everyone's stuff through the Big O.
Or the birds, as my mother calls it.
Sweet.
Because, that's what she does. So last couple of jams here, it's been real quick, real fast, picking up lead, calling it off because it's just turned into a jammer foot race. No points scored the last 2 jams.
And now we have in the box for Edmonton, number 68, Raz. For a heartbreaking moment, I thought it was Taz again, but no, it's Raz. So happy to say that, and that was for a multiplayer, so maybe I was just looking into the future.
Ooh. So, like I was talking, we've got some fast jammers happening.
And fast pack, I love this.
Ooh. All right, so Ariella Twister. Oh, goodness.
Tried to call off the jam, but unfortunately, I believe Il Presidente was indicating a forearm.
I think so.
And therefore, before could call off, was penalized and lost the lead status. And therefore, we have a 2-minute jam.
Exactly. I was going to say, this is going to give Shania Payne a real good opportunity for E-Ville to hopefully establish a little bit of a gap, a little bit of a cushion.
But
But
especially since Ariella did not score in that jam, that means this entire jam is going to be full on E-Ville.
Yep. And until Ariella has the opportunity to come back.
And she did. She is back on the track, being spun around to the outside by one mighty E-Ville blocker. I'll be able to tell you who that is once they cross the corner here for us.
Is that I think that was a 10? Nope, I'm wrong. We don't have a 10.
It might have been number 45 that I was looking at. Ridiculous one more time. Ridiculous, a hard hitter for E-Ville.
We do have, looks like that is Tough Love out there as well as Razor for the E-Ville.
And I'm continuing to be impressed by E-Ville's really quick teamwork in terms of the pivot has a very clear position with them of the pivot is the person outside of the 3 wall who negotiates between offense and defense.
Yes.
And the 3-wall, that pivot can join the 3-wall to make it 4, or can call other people over to offense. And I think that's being a really winning strategy, because I've seen it all over. Like, the pivot ostensibly is the person who has a little bit of authority in calling what's happening. But I've seen many teams use that in different ways, and I'm really enjoying what E-Ville is doing with theirs.
All right.
No.
So Austin Smash Use
Oh no.
reporting to that penalty box, but Namaslay following right behind
And
as well.
So that's a 3-second power jam that we just saw?
Yeah, basically. So yet again, friends, one more 2 full-minute jam that we're going to have here, since both of them went to the box.
Almost immediately, one after the other.
So, E-Ville was able to put up about 14 points or so. So they've got an 18-point cushion. I wouldn't necessarily call it a cushion, but that's where they're at least.
Absolutely.
They are ahead of Sacramento. However, Namaslay fighting at the top of that pack and just doing their darndest.
And we have one more penalty, bringing Austin Smash Use back into the box, and that means it is a double power jam for Sacramento. Now, the first power jam was, again, 4 seconds. But, I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. That is too many jammer penalties. And I will say that not just for E-Ville, that when your opposing team is getting a bunch of jammer penalties, be cautious on your own so that you can keep that advantage.
I'm going to be really interested. I always am very fascinated by what is said in like the half times when you have the opportunity. Is that something that they're just going to be like, y'all, we just need to tighten it up? Or is it, mitigated risk kind of thing?
And that could be.
I mean, obviously, we don't know the ins and outs of all of the strategery happening out there, but
we will see the results of that. And Sacramento is asking for an official review. We will find out from the head ref, who will be on the microphone, what that official review is once it is fully in. And then after the officials have had a conversation what the result is. You probably won't be able to hear that at home. You'll be able to hear kind of a Charlie Brown's teacher version. Yeah, of that. And we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Indeed.
But while that's happening, let's talk about the WFTDA.
I mean, let's talk about it.
We're all part of the WFTDA here at the Big O, and tickets for the international WFTDA playoffs and championships will go on sale June 17, 2019. So mark your calendars now and get your tickets at WFTDA.com/tickets.
All right, so looks like the official Sacramento, that's what it is. The Sacramento folks have said this is what we're looking for. The officials have congregated.
And I will say that we have had a couple of microphone difficulties on this track 2, in which we tried to get the officials to announce their own official reviews, and we've had some major feedback. So maybe that's not going to happen this time, and we'll just get someone to run over and tell us what happened.
Well, I mean, we were having just some announcer feedback issues in and of itself.
That's
true.
That's true. Well, with all the microphones in this house, I am thrilled to pieces that everything goes as smoothly as it does, because this tournament is run so well, and I'm always happy to be here, not just because it's great people and great derby, but the Big O has been around for so long that they just know what it takes to make things great. And I think we're going to hear it. Having some microphone trouble.
All right, so while they are getting the feedback about the official review and what happened, we've got Taz out there and Ariella Twister. 5 seconds have been called. We have less than 2 minutes on the period clock for this first half.
And I heard what that official review was.
Oh, excellent. Tell us all about it, Mimi.
Sacramento wanted a cut track call assessed upon the E-Ville jammer. The officials did not see a cut track happen, so the no call stands and Sacramento loses their review.
Well, it's a good thing you get one review per half.
And it's a minute and a half left in this half, so why not?
Indeed, why not? Why not? Because Ariella Twister, excuse me, just trying to throw in some extra consonants and whatnot, picked up lead jammer, and it looks like one singular sensation. 1 point for Ariella.
Oh no, 1 point against Ariella.
Oh.
The E-Ville jammer got one E-Ville point.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that was delightful jamming. Not quite calling off in enough time.
I mean, like you said, it's you want to make sure that doesn't, you know.
Yeah, I do. I sure do.
The stuff and the things.
I think everyone would agree with that. And we're back with Demented for jamming for E-Ville and Body jamming for Sacramento. And we had a penalty going in from number 21, Belle Rebel, and a forearm being called against Body. So this is what E-Ville has been dreaming of. The tables have been turned. It is a power jam in favor of Demented of Edmonton.
Not only a power jam, but Demented just picked up lead jammer. Took almost 45 seconds. But lead jammer has been established.
And with a very fast pack, Demented just clawing her way through that, and with a no pass, no penalty being indicated, picks up 3 points rather than the complete 4. But hey, 3 points is 3 points. Take them.
3 points increases that little bit of a cushion.
Heck yes.
So going into intermission / halftime, whatever you'd like to call this in between times, E-Ville sitting at 83.
And Sacramento at 69.
I mean, I want to go take a look at some penalties, see what's going on there.
Yeah, and I think we can get a penalty list for you when we return 2 minutes before the second half starts.
Indeed. So thank you for being here for the first half. We will be back for the second.
All right. Take care, everyone. See you soon. All right. Let's do it all. We have seen amazing things, and I know that you were talking to the NSOs about penalties.
Yes.
So what's the deal with penalties, Loose Change?
So we have a nice smattering of penalties. There's not anybody that's in super big trouble.
Great.
So Shock and Auburn, 451 from Sacramento is currently at 4.
Okay.
Con Artist, 1985 at 3.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the only two, if you want to say quote, quote, in danger, but 3 and 4...
Yeah.
That's normal. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially when we're already through the first half. So as far as E-Ville goes, Taz is the only one sitting with 3.
And I noticed that Taz got pulled off the jammer rotation after that third because, honestly, that was an egregious third. So, of course, you want to make sure that your jammer doesn't foul out in the first half.
All right, so we are winding down. 20 seconds or so left.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch base on these again in a quick second or two.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for the update because it's hard to tell from here, just from like, all right, I'm on my couch, I'm looking at this. It looks like this one person must have 12 penalties by now.
I have been that person going, isn't that like number 17?
And the answer is no. No, that we don't count up that high with penalties.
All right, so we've got Demented and Body. So if you'll remember at the end of the last jam, Body was in the penalty box. So this was a
Power Jam.
power start. Thank you. That's the
Yes,
word I was looking
absolutely.
for Demented. But Body is the one that got through and picked up lead status.
And now we've got a match set, one blocker from each team in the penalty box.
Sacramento picking up 4 points, bringing us to a 10-point game right now.
And I had a moment of confusion as Body left the track because she was so close to her bench that she called it off and just kept rolling and went to her bench. And it looked like she was kind of penalizing herself, but in the wrong place.
I guess I'm just going to have to go sit with the opposing team.
Yeah, no, and she didn't. She was fine. It was all me. That was, she did normal.
Our brains are weird things.
And Shania Payne has gotten out but cut the track. And good job from Il Presidente, the jam ref, for confirming, because there was a little bit of someone got a penalty, and he made sure that it was indeed his jammer.
So Ariella Twister able to pick up that lead status.
And apex jump that didn't quite land in bounds, but I love to see the attempt.
Oh, that is so great.
And that height on that jump was tremendous. And it worked with a little bit of, I'm gone. I'm out of it. And it worked, and she just kind of went through.
Yep. So Ariella Twister, 4 points so far.
Oh, you guys, did you see that, you guys?
Oh. That's so pretty.
Yeah, Ariella just kind of shuffling to the side on her toe stops, while the whole wall was thought that they would pushed her out. She was not out.
Not at all.
No.
That's follow through. You always need to make sure you get the extra little hip bump.
Yeah, and with that, it's an 83-81 game. E-Ville has they've lost their cushion.
They have indeed, but E-Ville is calling, I believe it is an official review.
Indeed it is.
Yep, there we have the delightful little signal. So the
coming up on that pivot line.
Leadership from Sacramento will join them. While we have this official review, let me go ahead. Stakes contact wear. Put some stakes between you and your opponent. You can check them out at stakeswear.com. They are all over the interwebs. You have been seeing their wonderful advertisements as you've been watching the Big O on all of the 3 tracks here.
Heck yeah. Quality stuff.
If you're looking for some new contact wear, go get yourself some stakes. So that official review has ended.
And after we had that conversation about Taz and her jammer penalties, Taz is back on the track, but Namaslay is the one who gets the cutting the track penalty. So Taz, in a change of events, Taz is the power jammer. Not yet lead. Lead has not yet been called. Oh, that was a nasty hit out against, who was that, number 124, Crystal.
Now, would Taz be the Power Jammer or the Power Jam E?
Taz is the jammer with the power?
Works for me.
Sure, she got the power. Unce.
You saw where I was going with that.
Of course.
All right, looks like Taz able to pick up 3 points there. Sacramento scoreless. So we are going to just completed Jam 3.
Yep. And
5-point differential.
Yeah. I mean, as you said at the very beginning, you called it. There's going to be a lot of lead changes. There's going to be a lot of flip-flopping here. And I am here for it.
Yes, indeed. I don't actually think there's been a whole lot of flip-flopping back and forth, but it's gotten very, very close, and then it's been expanded a little bit with E-Ville taking the lead, and then Sacramento has, basically decimated the lead, and then all of that going on.
And now we do have E-Ville in the lead, coming around, and so fast that even the scoreboard operator couldn't tell who that jammer was.
All right, and what do we have? Oh, there we go. Now I can do it. E-Ville picked up one singular sensation. They put 1 point on the board.
They did put 1 point on the board. And it was sensational.
It was. And it was for E-Ville. It wasn't me thinking it was E-Ville and being Sacramento. So.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's all right. Usually the points go to the lead jammer. That is an ordinary thing to think.
This is very accurate.
So we've got Body, who is getting the lead against Demented. Body already making a full circuit around the track. Demented is out and on the scoring pass, and Body leaps through, knocking down an opposing blocker in the air, and calls off the jam.
4 points there for Body. Looks like we had a little bit of flip-flop happening. There were a couple of E-Ville folks in the penalty box, and then they were released, and now we've got, looks like that is Villain from Sacramento in the penalty box.
Sure is.
So we have a, is there anybody else? Oh, there is. There we go. So I was like, we've got a mini pack, but sort of. We've got a 3-3 happening for Shania Payne and Namaslay.
Man, she feels like a woman. She's got the lead. What? I know a little bit.
Good one.
I know a little bit of country. I mean, I know about exactly that much, but
that was a very good one. I approve.
Thank you.
I'm not big into the country, but I do know that song at least.
Exactly.
So. But yes, so Shania Payne picking up those 4 points.
And again, E-Ville is maintaining their lead, but it is just kind of by the edge of their fingernails maintaining that lead.
I mean, realistically, that's all you need. You just need that 1 point in order to pull out a win. So whether you win, obviously, when it comes to rankings and all of the maths into that, you would like a bigger point differential. But when it comes down to the win or lose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm sorry, I just got really excited about what Taz did there. Okay, anyone who's gone through Derby boot camp has done all kinds of knee taps for training, and I rarely see a jammer bring that into the rink. And Taz went down, did a knee tap to avoid an opposing block, stumbled forward, and was able to pick up all 4 of those points. And I'm just, that was gorgeous.
If you were, I kind of wish everyone would have been able to see, because you did this whole little like, because you just got so excited because you were like,
it was great.
Fun.
I love me some Derby. And here is Body coming into the lead for Sacramento up against Austin Smash Shoes. Austin still being kept up, just pushing through and passing off that star to Scarstruck. This is the first time we've seen Scarstruck with the star on the helmet.
Indeed. Body able to find that inside line with a little bit of a running up on the toe stops for 4 points.
And hey, we've been seeing all of these hits, so why not hit this? Hit This Derby Gear has everything you need to get rolling, from skates to protective gear and unmatched service for all of your derby needs. Before you hit the track, hit this, and you may visit the Hit This booth here at the Big O if you are anywhere nearby.
I mean, if you're out grabbing like a bite to eat and, coming back tomorrow, take a swing by.
It's a great booth with great people. Go over to Hit This. And here we go again. Demented is in the lead, being chased so fast by Namaslay. Look at that pack. Oh, look at Demented just taking that inside line. What great offense, or not even offense or defense, just helping your jammer work from the pack there.
Is there another word where you're not necessarily playing offense, but you're not necessarily playing defense? You're
playing jam fence.
Jam fence. Ooh.
I've decided.
Can we make it a thing? Jam fence.
Jam fence, because what it is you're not. It is sort of an offensive move.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going against the other blockers, not dealing with the opposing jammer. So it is offense against the opposing blockers. but it is in specific to open up a hole for your jammer. So, anyway, great moves by E-Ville on that last jam, and great moves by Sacramento's Ariella Twister in this jam, speeding up the pack, making everyone run because Sacramento knows that Ariella can keep up and pass.
Indeed. Not only that, looks like Ariella picked up 4 points to E-Ville's 1.
So E-Ville hits the century with a 3-point gain from Sacramento. See?
Remember how I was talking about you might need to hold my hand and give me oxygen?
I know, right?
With 20 minutes left, we have a 5-point game.
Well, I have a hand. I don't have spare oxygen, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get a succulent plant or something.
Oh, that'd be good.
Bring it over to the table. And up comes Taz one more time. Full energy, full lead. Body is out of the pack, chasing down, but Taz is already engaging the back of the pack. In comes Body. Great timing from Taz. That was the perfect moment to call off that jam. Even if you don't get points, Body was about to start scoring on the inside.
And I mean, looks like Taz picked up 1. Body was held scoreless.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, like we were talking about, realistically, in order to win.
Yeah, you need to be 1 point ahead. Yeah, and I do think that this is going to be one of those games of, here we go. If I can chip away by 1 point each time, great. I'm chipping away 1 point that's not yours.
Right. I'm going to score 2 points. You can score 1 point. That's fine because it's still a net gain for me of 1 point.
Exactly. And here we see E-Ville really has a fire under them in this half. Austin Smash Shoes takes the lead even as Namaste gets out. And we have 2 more people come into the box. The penalty box has not seen nearly as much action, but now we have Tough Love and Pink Floyd keeping each other company. Ooh, along with Scarstruck. So we have 2 E-Ville blockers along with 1 Sacramento pivot sitting out the first 30 seconds of this next jam.
So E-Ville able to pick up those last 4 points there. So again, increasing that little bit of a cushion. So we're at a 10-point difference now, 105 to 95. Just over 18 minutes in this second half.
And out comes Demented one more time and followed just right on her tail, Ariella Twister. So all of these jams, all of these most recent jams have been exactly this. Boom, E-Ville gets out, but Sacramento gets out right after.
And here we go.
Yes.
Another one. Oh, my goodness.
And again, another 2 points. Great. Take it. The clock is winding down, and they're just inching forward.
This is when the clock and time management, it becomes your friend or your foe.
Yep. Yeah.
And what are you gonna do?
And in this case, E-Ville has a really good sense of that. They're doing an excellent job of that time management. Shania Payne is on that Rydell jam line up against Body, and Body takes it forward. So now we've switched it around. Shania is close. we almost were going to get an out-of-play block on that for Sacramento, but thankfully they noticed just in time. Oh, and look at that. Shania is just shoving Sacramento forward, moving through, but does get, what was that, a form or a track cut? I think a track cut.
Not totally sure.
I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was blocked by an NSO doing their job.
Exactly.
So I did not have a clear line of sight there.
So Shania Payne in that penalty box, Body picking up 4 points.
And Body's in the lead, so Body has the opportunity to give a fresh jammer a power jam start.
And I mean, so Body picked up 4 points and then another 4 points. So E-Ville was able to put 2 on the board before going into the box. So
impressive.
Yeah, indeed.
Again, whenever you're not the lead, it's super impressive to put points on.
Yeah.
But again, that 6-point gain from Sacramento means they're They're just breathing down the neck of E-Ville.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. Again, Ariella Twister getting so low that no one can hit her. And Shania Payne just kind of giving a little hop around on that turn 1. Oh no,
Oh,
cutting
goodness.
the track. Ariella Twister cut the track and has lost lead and given a power jam to Shania Payne. And this is not what Sacramento needed right now. They were so close to flipping that again.
But plot twist, Shania Payne assessed a back block penalty, will be going and reporting to the penalty box as well.
And Ariella is released. We'll finish up the last minute of this 2-minute jam. And we're going to see another time of this fast pack.
Yes.
Knocking down her own player. Ariella tried to slow herself down. And legally speaking, you can do whatever you want to your own teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Morally speaking, probably not.
I mean, that's between you and them then.
Yeah, honestly.
So both jammers so far picking up 4 points with, their little to and fro from that penalty box.
Oh, and a nice gentle whip that Ariella took off of her teammate. That was number 1492, Conquistadorable. No, that was 1985 Con Artist. Forgive me on that one.
Oh, I'm just watching. This is like,
I know, it's so good. And Ariella tries to call it off and is reminded by the outside pack ref that indeed there is no lead. No one can call it off. And you don't want to call it off at that point because you're just going to sit in the penalty box.
Yep.
And everyone's giving such fight. I can totally see why Ariella wanted a call off. Is asking for an elbow.
Both of these teams earning 8 points.
And Con Artist returns to the penalty box. So now we have 1 Sacramento blocker, shy of a full pack. All E-Ville blockers completing that pack. But we do have a team timeout.
We do have a team timeout. And with this, let's, my goodness.
Yes.
Let's talk about Rydell.
I love talking about Rydell.
Just for a hot second here.
My first derby skates were Rydell, and I loved them to pieces.
So I will be the first to admit that I am a little bit biased because Rydell is, they have their factory and everything in Minnesota.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Terrific.
But you can experience world-class edging with the Radar Halo, available in a full range of hardnesses, all the way from 84A to 103A. Don't worry, there is a Halo for everyone.
And if there's one thing that I love, it is world-class edging. So back to Derby. We have an 8-8 score from that last jam. So no gain given from either team. And they are angrily attacking each other. Or I should say energetically. I don't see any actual anger on the field, but I do see Taz returning to the penalty box. So Namaste has both the lead and the power.
So these two teams, I feel like this has basically been the game of 6 points because they have been back and forth, but it has always primarily come back to that 6-point difference.
Yeah.
And right now with Taz in the penalty box and Namaste in the lead with lead, this could potentially continue being the game of 6 points, but just potentially the other direction.
Yeah.
And of course, because as soon as I said that,
it's now 2 points. You guys, it's 2 points.
The jam was called because obviously, as soon as I open my mouth, the opposite happens of what should be.
Well, and here's the thing. 6 points, you must make a 2-circuit jam, especially now that we've taken out the jammer point.
Yes.
And I'm totally grateful for that. Thank you, WFTDA, for reassessing that rule. We still have Taz in the box. Taz just left the penalty box to re-enter the track, but everyone is approaching turn 3, so that's a pretty long journey to get there. Ariel is already out.
Sacramento relying heavily on Ariella Twister, and let's be realistic, friends.
You can see why.
She has been there. There is a reason, and guess
yeah.
what? 4 points there for Ariella Twister. You want to know what that means?
I do want to know what that means.
Lead change. So if you're watching this at home, go ahead and take a drink of your water.
Or whatever.
Or whatever. 119 Sacramento, 117 E-Ville.
And we still have, a little under 12 minutes to go.
Literally anything could happen at this point.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm hoping more derby.
Me too. Austin Smash Yous and Body out there with stars respectfully. Body at that top of the pack and gets through his lead.
And the penalty box is empty. Everyone is on the track who should be on the track. And we have got Austin Smash Yous out on a scoring pass as Body is still dancing on those toe stops. Almost made it through. Scored 4 points before calling it off. That was so good.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. If I had any goodness, it'd be mine too. But right now, what we see is Sacramento just doing the same, game of increments, pushing it forward 4 more points.
Not that I'm going to take credit for this or anything like that, but that is a 6-point difference the other direction from 2 jams ago.
Again, you are absolutely correct. I see no lie in what you're telling us. And this is Demented versus Namaslay. And we've seen this a number of times. Demented trying to shove forward anywhere they can make it. Almost makes it through their own teammates, but falls. And that gives just that moment to Namaslay. And with this fast pack, everyone's hitting each other. Not a lot of walls being made. Namaslay calls off the jam with 4 points, shutting out E-Ville. I'm so excited.
And we have a 10-point game now, 127-117 with 10 minutes remaining. Both teams still have 2 timeouts.
That's true. And Sacramento still has their official review available to them. Sacramento's official review happened in the first half of the game.
Yes,
I
that's
do
right.
not recall E-Ville taking an official review, but...
They did. I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We're still going on the
Ariella Twister's what matters. Shania Payne is what matters.
We did have an official review. We chatted about our sponsors at that time.
That's right, we did.
Yes.
4 points for Sacramento. Looks like 1 point for E-Ville. 9 minutes.
I mentioned sponsors. Let's tell you about a little bit more. We've got KLCC. I want you to check out KLCC. It's 89.7 on your radio. It's NPR for Oregonians. So if you like NPR, check them out. I bet you can find them on the internet somewhere too if you're not local. And I love them. They're just good old-fashioned NPR.
NPR.
And up comes, in the back, but in the lead, it is Body for Sacramento. Taz is doing one heck of a road race. And we have Taz passing. Taz thinks they're in the lead. They are not.
Oh, goodness.
And what was interesting about that is Taz not only thought they were in the lead, but called off the jam after passing her own. And we had a tumble pile into the center, and that was a forearm penalty being called against E-Ville. And they disagree with that vehemently. That's number 47, Natty Dread.
So Taz and Natty Dread hanging out in that penalty box right now.
Bad news for E-Ville.
Indeed. So this is going to be Ariella Twister hanging out by herself on the Rydell jam line.
And E-Ville has just called a team timeout to reassess what next steps should be with these 8 minutes left in the game.
I feel like I need to check my heart rate right now.
Yeah, man. This is a time when I wish I had a heart, then I could check it. So
you have the biggest heart of them all.
I do. It's made of sawdust. The social media team is working all weekend to bring you live tweets and Facebook coverage throughout the event being the Big O, to supplement this awesome live stream. So check out that social media team. I know that we've said use hashtag Big O 2019, and I know that other tracks have told you, hey, hashtag Big O Cats and Big O Dogs. Do it because you know what? We like seeing pictures of your animals. It's so good. You know what? If you got other animals, hashtag Big O Rabbit. Check it out. I want to see your bunnies.
Oh, yeah.
So, and another shout out to Rydell. Rydell has sponsored our jam line where we have both of our jammers lined up now. So at that Rydell jam line, we've got Taz, not at the line, but in the box, and Ariella Twister coming out for an instant lead jam. And that is, dodge around, come to the inside. That E-Ville pivot is so good. That's Razor. I am so impressed. And Razor got just as low as Ariella, noticing how Ariella has been escaping all of their blocking moves.
You go low, I will as well.
Yeah, that was such a good matchup.
All right, well, Taz is through then on that initial pass.
And once again, Razor going straight after Ariella. Ariella took a pretty hard fall, getting his assistance up. Actually, I love that. I love that sportsmanship because you know what? The person who knocked Ariella down helped her back up again.
I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the number of times this weekend so far. And that's one of the things I love about roller derby and roller derby tournaments.
Yeah.
Is there's so many like high fives and checking ins and like handshakes and like, what's going on, buddy? Even when it's two jammers ready, preparing to just like demolish the other one as the best as they can. There's still this family, friends, and camaraderie.
Absolutely. And that was ridiculous, showing that wonderful sportsmanship as a teammate for E-Ville, Austin Smashoes, comes through with the lead and is already re-engaging the pack. So looks like there were 0-4 scored on that.
4 points for E-Ville.
And they got 6 minutes. They can still take it.
I don't think my heart can take the next 6 minutes, though, Mamie.
You're gonna have to, Moose. You're gonna have to.
I mean, I know I can.
And I know you will.
I'm just so nervous. I'm so excited. There's so many emotions.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
And I wouldn't want you to.
That's right. I'm about to lose control, and I think
I
like it.
I think I like it. Hey.
Hey.
Demented and Body going head to head out there.
And Body gets it.
Body almost taken out by that last blocker for E-Ville, but just squeaks by picking up that lead status.
And even with all this hard fighting, we're still getting fast packs. We did just get a cutting the track penalty against, that is once again returning to the box, number 47, Dread from E-Ville. And
all right, 0 points there for E-Ville, 1 for Sacramento.
And on that Rydell jam line, we have got number 24 in black for E-Ville. That's Shania Payne, up against number 108 in white for Sacramento, Namaslay.
No pack called, but that is Shania Payne that breaks 3 first, picking up a lead. Namaslay about a half a track or so behind. But Shania Payne picking up a fast 4 points for E-Ville, holding Sacramento scoreless.
Yep. We're going to take this to the very end. That's it.
It looks like Shock and Auburn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Namaslay just reported to the penalty box.
Last minute penalty at the end of that jam, not only scoreless at the end of the jam, but opening up a wide opportunity for now E-Ville's Shania Payne coming back to the track, deciding we liked that pairing up in the last jam. Let's have it again. Of course, taking the lead.
I mean, when you think about how effective and how many points Shania Payne has, and how like the level of percentage for lead jammer status, if you're going in and you want to pick up some points when there's a possibility of 3.5 minutes left of roller derby,
Yeah.
Shania Payne is who you want to throw in if you're evil, it feels like.
That's right. And even if Shania had just done that last jam, you know what? Look at her. She's got so much in the tank. She's just fine to take a second one immediately. And now we have number 6-6 reporting to the box, Kat Von Doom for E-Ville. So E-Ville will start the next jam. Light one blocker, but they picked up 3 more points on that circuit. That was 11 points in that jam. It's a 2-point game.
And there's a team timeout. Thank you. Thank you, Sacramento, for having a
For letting us breathe. Let's be
Yes.
honest. That's what we want.
There have been so many good games here on track 2, both
Yeah.
today and yesterday. I'm just loving it. I'm so pleased that I'm able to be here with you, Mamie.
Me too, Luce. It's been so good. And again, I love the Big O, not just for everything I've said before, which is all true. See, this is why I feel like this is one of the best world-class tournaments that you can watch either at home or in person, because the teams that you get, you're able to see these nail-biter games from teams that otherwise wouldn't be able to play each other. They're too far away.
Oh, not only that, but one thing that I always love is I'm able to walk away with like a new favorite.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, E-Ville is inching up on that favorite list of mine internally.
Yeah. And I adore Sacramento. Hey-o, hometown. But I'm loving how much E-Ville is giving us for Derby today.
All right, under 3 minutes remain.
And a directional penalty is taking out Sacramento number 970, Narnar Jinx. Narnar, a powerhouse for Sacramento. An apex jump from Ariella Twister, making it look easy. And Sacramento's back and killing it.
Austin Smash Hughes with a star stash. But that is 4 more points for Ariella Twister.
And Ariella notices where Austin is, decides to let those 4 points go. That's fine. Still 8-4. Ariella decides, okay, this is the time to make points, but gets pushed out by E-Ville's number 2, Breaking Babs.
So that was 12 points in total for Sacramento. Looks like 4 points in total for E-Ville. So we have cleared that 2-minute mark. We have a 10-point game, 145 E-Ville. Sacramento sitting at 155.
And Sacramento using their official review. Now, we don't yet know if it does look like it is an actual review, and they're asking for something to change.
There's talking, there's hand signals. Maybe, they're probably talking. This is me making my general sweeping assumptions. Like I walked 3 feet this direction to get wings from the after party location. Hot Mama's Wings last night, but then I needed to go 6 feet this other direction in order to, pick up some merchandise.
And then today I wanted to go to the beer garden or the beer stein, begging your pardon, the beer stein here in Eugene, because that is the Saturday after party. And if I did all of those things, how many passengers could a train from New York carry?
Exactly.
The answer is 12.
Right. Well, obviously, everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, Mamie. Jeez.
Yeah, I know, sorry.
You're so silly.
That is a deep truth. So, we're doing the official review. It looks like it's going to take some time because the head ref is doing some intense conversation. They've now broken up, so that's good. They have all the information that they require.
The head ref was obviously telling them it's going to be 12.
Yeah. And now we're trying to get all of the officials back on the track.
Sacramento was looking for a cut call on the E-Ville jammer.
Oh, of course.
Eavesdropping on our compatriots in arms, the in-house announcers. So thank you, Kate Silver and Toe Furious.
And
It was
apparently
not.
it was, yeah.
Yes, no, it was
no call upheld.
Or E-Ville.
But again, even if it doesn't work out, that is, why not? You've got that one official review. Take it. Oh, Shania Payne looking so good, taking the lead. And Ariella Twister is out. Shania is fighting around turn 2, and not yet calling it. Ariella is able to make it past most of the pack.
Ariella's come up against those last 2. Looks like that is
Oh.
Tron.
And doing a spin around for another 4 points. Ariella is feeling it at this point. She has taken on not quite every other jam.
And it is called. All right, let's see. How is this shaken out?
Sacramento did not get any points in that last circuit. And you know what? That really paid off for E-Ville. They came up with 12-4, and that means that they are 2 points away from winning this game with 52 seconds on the clock. It is a team timeout now to ensure that all of those seconds are able to be used. E-Ville is assessing their strategy. They've got probably one more jam to make that happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so we're at less than the minute mark. We've got 52 seconds. Like you were saying, definitely one more jam. We've seen some very fast jams so far, so we could potentially see
2 jams.
2. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not going to push it and say 3 because we would need to have some timeouts happen.
And the only one with a timeout is Sacramento.
Right.
So they would have to be behind and needing an extra jam.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely one final jam, maybe 2 final jams.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if it's a long jam, then whoever gets lead is winning this game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so here's
but that's
here's the
only if it's a long one.
Right.
Yeah.
If it goes for the full 2 minutes.
Oh, well, then if it goes for the full 2, that means there's no lead jammer, and we don't know what will happen.
Mass chaos will ensue. Demented and Body are out there jamming. Body at the front, Demented at the back.
And both using the same strategy of busting through the seam. Demented is pushed out by Sacramento blocker number 970, Narnar Jenks.
Oh,
Demented.
my goodness.
Demented is out with a cutting the track penalty. Body has also wait, that's the pivot. I'm getting too excited. Body is still
stuck behind those evil blockers though.
Yes.
That just have her number and are doing their darndest.
And honestly, now that we have the scrum of offense and defense up around turn 1, Body is getting recycled so hard.
All the recycling all the time there between turns 1 and 2.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, but Body needs to get out if Sacramento's going to win this game. And Body is out. Body is in the lead, being chased down by Demented. Sacramento, the period clock is over. The period clock is over. Sacramento calls it off. Sacramento has won the game.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there, as of right now, unofficial score is 157 E-Ville, 159 Sacramento, with no points scored on either.
No, that final jam was a no-point jam, but all Sacramento had to do was be able to pull out, finish out the period clock so that E-Ville couldn't score 2 more points. And they did it.
Oh my goodness.
They did it. And just at the last minute, Body had to confirm with the bench to say, if I call it now, do we win? Because I don't want to call it if we're going to lose. And I've seen that happen too.
Oh, yes.
So, you guys, what a great game.
This is what roller derby is all about, friends.
Yes.
So many amazing and good things. And so many things to learn from when you start looking at coming back and watching this for, what can we improve on and how to look at what we did. My Goodness.
And so many strengths in both of these teams.
Yes.
I mean, we saw from the WFTDA rankings, you'd mentioned at the beginning of the game, that E-Ville is ranked from the end of last month, 47, Sacramento ranked 43. Through the course of the Big O, I checked flattrackstats.com. Flattrackstats.com, before this game, had the two teams, E-Ville at 44, Sacramento at 40, because stats can change in a heartbeat, which is why we generally look at them quarterly. But that means that both of these teams are on such a strong forward trajectory. I want to see them over the next year do all of this amazingness.
Oh my goodness. This was so much fun.
Yes.
Thank you, Mamie, for being here.
Thank you, Luce. This was great. I
oh
always
my
love
goodness.
calling with you. I always love seeing, well, not seeing, but pretending to see all of you at home. And thank you guys for joining us. I've been Mamie Theisenhower.
I am still Loose Change. Have yourself a great rest of your night. Don't go too far. There's still more roller derby. Go check out some of the other tracks.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.